How will I teach family life? That's the question that catechists and teachers often ask. This will be a demonstration of mixing a basic religion lesson with a family life lesson. For this demonstration, I chose a lesson from grade 4, and I used the lesson about acting on my feelings, which is an integral part of the family life lesson, which teaches children about showing affection appropriately, which will build for them virtues for the future, help them to live a moral life and have healthy relationships. For this demonstration, I used a lesson from Christ Our Life, which talks about how we're called to follow Jesus. And then secondly, I picked Acting on My Feelings, which is from the R.C.L. Benzinger Family Life lesson. The materials you need to teach this lesson are your basic religion book. You've been going along through the year teaching from your basic religion lessons, but now is your chance to put in the family life lesson, which melds quite nicely with the lesson that you have about following Jesus. So that acting on our feelings appropriately is one of the ways that we follow Jesus. So we make a bridge between what we've been teaching about following Jesus by saying that Jesus wants us to treat ourselves and others with respect, and we want to learn how to act like Jesus. So one of the ways that we do that is knowing how people interact with others in healthy ways. The lesson, family life lesson, teaches us that sometimes we have strong feelings that make it difficult for us to know how to act and how to react. So you ask the children to open up their family life textbook to the chapter on acting on my feelings. For the opening prayer for your class, you can teach and have the children say the prayer that is part of your basic religion lesson. In this particular lesson, the children were reviewing the Our Father, so that would have been an appropriate way for them to transition between their basic religion book and then open their family life book. So the children, you'll have the children read part of the lesson aloud, as you often do for a religion class, and part of the lesson they will read along on acting on my feelings. There's a part of the lesson in the family life book that would be helpful for you to read aloud to the children, talking about feelings of affection. And so if there was part of a lesson that you would like to emphasize for the children, or where they might giggle, that would be an opportunity for the teacher to read that lesson. So for this lesson, that would be appropriate. Then you would emphasize how healthy relationships and teaching about how to behave is part of the gospel message, which is we find in all of the family life lessons at whatever grade level. So family life emphasizes how you act as a Christian, and because we know what our faith is, it teaches us how we should behave with other people. Every lesson, including this lesson, has a message that is about child protection, and that you can seamlessly put it into the lesson by talking. This lesson has a little bit about appropriate touching, and you're going to explain that using proper vocabulary, respectful language is important, and also reminding children that if they have any concerns or something doesn't seem right to them, to talk to a trusted adult about that concern that they have. Part of family life is to teach children to identify trusted adults that they can go to. After you've completed the lesson, then you want to make time for assigning homework, because you're going to make homework an integral part of every family life lesson that you teach. Because family life really makes an opportunity for the parent to have a conversation with the child. And of course, the parent connection that they receive helps the parent to know what has been in the classroom lesson. Take the time to assign homework and help the family to have those conversations that will build that relationship and communication that's going to be helpful for the safety of the child and for the family unit to be the first teachers of the child, as we hope. Keep parents in the picture by assigning appropriate homework. You'll have the best results if you use a combination of classroom and family time. Be sure to include the child protection messages that are found in the colored dotted boxes in your teacher edition, and go over these with the child as you're assigning the homework so that you're reinforcing those messages. You can shorten any of the steps in the lesson for family life, because remember, you always want to be thinking in terms of what the conversation can be at home. Family life can be taught as a unit. Just teach all of the lessons. There are 10 in RCL Benzinger Family Life. You can use 2 chapters for a classroom lesson. So you would have 5 sessions during the course of your program year in which you would focus on family life. So you can teach family life lessons in their entirety, 2 per scheduled meeting, or you can spread them out throughout the year, 1 a month. By looking at your table of contents for your basic religion lesson, for your basic religion book, you can determine which chapters from family life would most readily fit into your teaching plans, or a correlation between your basic religion book and family life may already have been designed. Contact the Office of Family Life for those resources. Whichever you decide to do, whether teaching family life lessons in their entirety or mixing them and correlating them with your basic religion lesson, you want to be sure that you're teaching the basic concepts that are part of the theme and emphasizing the child safety messages so that the child gets the best benefit of this moral education that will also help them to live a safe and a happy life.